What's going on, YouTube? This is Jim Afanis, aka Viper Magic, and today I have a ton of Heroes of the Storm news. Patch 13 actually came out today, and I think that caught me by surprise. Maybe a lot of other people knew about it. I had no idea it was coming. I knew that the new character, Kharazim, was going to be joining the fight, and he did, and I'll talk about him in a second. But overall, patch 13.0.0, that's what I first wanted to talk about. So, there is a ton of stuff here. If I read the entire thing, you'd probably be like a 30-minute long video. A couple cool things that they did in this game that I really, really like, and I hope to see this going forward in other Blizzard games. If you play Diablo 3, okay, and you log in to Heroes during this, what they're calling this event right now, you will get Diablo in Heroes of the Storm. So that's cool. Now, most of us already have Diablo. That's not such a big win. I paid 7,000 gold for him when he kind of first came out. He's a really, really good tank. Got a little squishier now in the patch. He's kind of in the middle, I guess, in terms of toughness. He does have a lot of healing abilities, kind of self-healing. That's kind of like his ability. He regenerates health quickly, and he can absorb more health faster from other healers, which is really, really cool. Anyways, you get him for free if you don't have him, so that's a cool win. That's kind of like a game synergy if you want to think of it that way. In addition, if you play Diablo Season 4, which drops, I believe, a week from now, players who hit level 70 will receive Phantom, which is Malthael's mount, in Heroes of the Storm. And lastly, Diablo players who reach player level 12 in Heroes of the Storm will receive a Heroes themed portrait border and a pennant in Diablo 3. So you're starting to see the games kind of do this, and I love that. I love that. That's what brings me back into the universe. That's what makes me want to go play Diablo so I get some cool hero stuff. That makes me want to play Heroes so I get Diablo stuff. And I like that. I hope that continues. I think that is a great kind of game synergy that I haven't seen before, and it works. Seems to work very well. They added a bunch of new portraits depending on getting players to the new hero level. Kharazim has come. I'm going to skip him for a second. Each of the players received a lot of different perks. A lot of the skills that they had, they weren't really being used, have been tweaked. They've been moved from level 7 to 10. So a lot of the heroes have been touched in some capacity. There's a lot of new visual polish on a lot of the skills and abilities. Some characters that didn't have a dance, like Sonya, now has a dance, so there's a lot of cosmetics. The whole UI has changed completely. Health bars are now blue instead of green. It better displays the status that is occurring on people, whether it's like stun or paralysis or whatever it happens to be, right on the actual game, which I think is great. The UI, like I said, has been kind of changed a little bit. The font has been changed. A lot of stuff, but I have to say it looks very well. None of it to me looked jarring, like, ooh, I don't really like any of that. So I think the Blizzard team did a great job there of polish, although I don't think it really needed it, but hey, we'll take it. A lot of new skins have been added. That was already shown in the teaser video. The coolest one by far has to be Prisoner Tychus, who's freaking jacked as holy hell. $7 if you want him. I didn't buy him yet. Got some new bundles out, obviously, with Kharazim. He's got the Jade Dragon, which is this really cool-looking skin that he has. He looks like this old kind of monk, kind of. He's got these long claws, and he's got a long ponytail and a lot of body tats. It looks really cool. They added the Treasure Goblin mount. Season 4, obviously, Malthael will be included. So, yeah, tons and tons of stuff. Even the battlegrounds have changed. Some of the way the characters interact on the battlegrounds, the way minions work, background effects, everything's just gotten a lot of visual overpolish. It's really, really good job. Obviously, the big one that I was saving for the end here is Kharazim. And I think I'm saying it right. Kharazim, K-A-R-A-Z-H-I-M. Is that how you say his name? I lost his page, of course. Hold on. Kharazim. Kharazim. Okay. He is a monk. He is the embodiment of the Diablo 3 monk that now is in the game. I have not purchased him yet, but unfortunately, as with all new characters in Heroes of the Storm, he is insanely OP. Specifically, he is kind of an auto attack specialist. So he has a lot of a lot of his abilities revolve around just auto-attacking and changing his attack speed or movement speed. So what's unique about him is as soon as you begin, you pick one of your 3 traits. You can either pick Transcendence, which every third basic attack heals a nearby hero. Iron Fists, every third basic attack deals all 100% bonus damage. Or Insight, where every third basic attack restores mana. So, if you want this guy to be on the front line, obviously you go with the healing because you can work on yourself. You could do the Iron Fist if you want to just have somebody like kind of helping you out, or mana. Now, I will say that the Abathur and the Monk work insane together, especially when Abathur gets his attack speed. You put a Rainer in there, the Monk is pretty much unstoppable. I'm sure that will be changed somehow, but his attack speed just stacks so high. I mean, he just cannot be stopped, especially if he has self-healing. So his main abilities, he has Radiant Dash, which is very unique because it allows him to jump to either a hero or an enemy instantly. If it's an enemy, it's followed up by just a basic attack, and it's stored up to 2 charges, and there's a 12-second cooldown on each charge. So he's really, really good for getting into combat and out of combat if there's another hero with you. So in that sense, this guy is not very good for soloing because you're kind of out in limbo if you don't have that really good escape. You have a good entry and you have a good chase. I think he is arguably almost as good as Illidan in terms of just non-stop aggression, just constantly diving and hunting enemies down. He has Breath of Heaven, which heals all heroes nearby and also gives them a 10% movement speed for 3 seconds. So if he is the center of the fight, think of it as like the old Paladin aura. If you're the center of the fight, you're going to be having people walk faster and you're going to have people healing faster, and that also heals you as well. It does not work against any other. It has to be a hero. It doesn't work on minions or on any of the little creeps or any of the camps you pick up or anything like that. And his last basic ability is called Deadly Reach, which your next basic attack will increase your attack speed and range by 100%. So you could see here, it's not really a lot of like a big blast attack. It's just constantly attacking that's making you walk faster or making you hit faster, but it's just a lot of auto attacks. He does have 2 heroic abilities, both of which are insanely cool visually, and both of which are very unique. The first is a 7-sided strike. If you've played Diablo 3, you're familiar with that. What happens is he becomes invulnerable during this, and he strikes 7 times over 2 seconds in a large area. Each strike deals 7% of the target's maximum health as damage. However, it prioritizes so that the hero with the highest health gets hit first. So obviously you could finish somebody off if they were 51% health or lower, and they were the only character in the in the area. But this is really good in those giant team fights to just bring everybody's health down very rapidly. It'd be great. Falstead or even Hammer with like a napalm strike, or somebody with like a big area of effect attack. That a 7-sided strike followed up with that is usually an insta wipe on the other team because he just does so much damage to everyone. The other really cool ability he has is called Divine Palm, and this is what you cast it, and if the character dies within 3 seconds, they come back to life and they can continue fighting. If you cast it on a hero and they die in 4 seconds, it's lost. So it's a very risky but very potentially rewarding ability. You can cast it on yourself, so if you know you're going to die, you can just give yourself a mulligan. It's very similar to what Uther has, except that this could be on anyone, not just yourself, and you have to have good coordination with it, though. And I think that if you look at kind of the overall skill set that he brings to the table, I think that's the kind of key. He's got to be central to the fight, which allows his Breath of Heaven to constantly heal everyone around him. And if you decide to go the Divine Palm route, you have to kind of let your teammates know, hey, go keep fighting. I'm going to keep an eye on your health. I know you're going to die. So don't waste any more heals on him. I've got him. Go in there, die, and then you'll be revived, and we'll obviously, probably win that engagement because it's basically another half health hero that just kind of entered. So it's really, really cool. And that's what makes him so unique is, I mean, obviously it's a team fighting game. There are certain characters that can solo significantly better than others. If you go back and look at my old Gazlo videos that I've done, I think Gazlo is one of the best solo artists in the game because he's just so efficient on his own, and I think actually works better on his own. But definitely, if you want to get the most out of this guy, you definitely want to be playing with other people, and he's definitely more of like a team fighter. Not to say he can't auto-attack lanes because he's just going to slowly just kind of pummel his way through, but without that real bursty damage minus the 7-sided strike, if you decide to go that route, and the deadly reach, he's going to be doing a lot of auto-attacking, and it's just going to be a constant pressure. So putting him in the middle of a fight and just slowly pushing a lane with a lot of other heroes around you, from what I have seen, is by far the most viable strategy. One thing to keep in mind, though, as I mentioned, all new heroes in this game are significantly overpowered. He is no different. I've seen him do the most hero damage, the most healing in a single game. Out-healing Rhaegar, out-healing Malfurion, out-healing Brightwing in team fights where Brightwing excels with that constant AoE heal. And then turning around and outdoing other heroes in hero damage. Just flat out beating out heroes that are just very assassiny, like a Kerrigan or like a Tychus or something. It's insane. So he will be nerfed. There's no doubt about that. He's going to have to be. So while the getting is good, I say enjoy it. Make sure you're sticking to those team fights, and let me know what you guys think about him strategy-wise. I have to say that playing with him and playing with Abathur or playing with Raynor is a insane combination. We pretty much kicked ass tonight. I think we won 5 of our 6 games doing that exact strategy, and it was a joke. We just steamrolled everything. So anyways, that's my 2 cents. Let me know what you guys think. I will post a link to the patch notes down in the description box below if you want to read through them. There is a lot to take in. Let me know what you guys think overall. I love the patch. I love the new AI. The UI. I love all the new abilities that they've tweaked everything. I love the way the game looks. It's amazing. They took something that's already perfect in my opinion and made it even better, if that's even possible. As always, I want to thank you guys for watching. Please do me a favor. Comment, rate, subscribe. Let me know what you guys think about Heroes of the Storm Patch 13 and Kharazim. And until next time, I will see you guys on the other side.